This episode of Internet Superstar is brought to you by GoDaddy.com, Netflix, and Fast Tax. When you need your tax refund, and you need it now.
When it comes to filing your taxes, we guarantee the most deductions and the biggest returns, or we'll file your taxes free of charge. We know that when it comes to getting a hefty tax return, you need your money, and you need it now.
Last year, I got $1,000, just 24 hours after filing.
I should use my return to pay off some of my crippling credit card debt, but I'll probably just spend it on weed.
I need some new carpeting for my van. Cover up all them stains. Some cheap blow, maybe throw in the hooker.
I'm spending mine on exotic salves and ointments.
I'm spending mine on a black market liver.
I'm gonna get a gun. A pistol.
I've always dreamt of eating a wild leopard.
Spending mine on a big old pile of fuck you.
Yeah. File today and get your return tomorrow, guaranteed. Get your money fast. Get Fast Tax.
They stripped him of everything except his desire. His mission to become an internet superstar. Sadly, he's doing it with absolutely no resources.
Nice dress, buddy.
It's a dream coat, Gator.
Whatever, man. Let's just do this show.
Hey, how you doing, everyone? Welcome to Internet Superstar, the show that takes on all comers in the dank pit fight of internet culture.
Yeah.
Ho! I'm Martin Sargent, and I'm joined as always by my good friend the Gator. How you doing, Gator?
What's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I'm a little
What's wrong
a little
with you?
Mortified.
Why?
A little
What?
Embarrassed.
Tell me.
Haven't been having the best day. I was going to the McDonald's earlier, and I'm in the McDonald's, and this kid comes up to me and starts pulling on me like this.
Come on now.
He's like, Grimace, because I'm wearing this thing and I'm all obese, and the kid thought I was Grimace.
He thought you maybe were a Hamburglar. Grimace? No, Grimace is the purple one.
Grimace is a big, fat, purple guy.
I thought you more looked like, what's his name, Barney. I like your little Garanimals style, though, because you got your matching shoes on and your thing. It's like Garanimals.
Look at that. How about that?
I bet you got
I'm
a pair.
an accessorizer.
I bet you got your underoos on, too,
I
buddy.
wasn't even there at the McDonald's to eat the food, because that's how you get fat. I was just there for the ball crawl and the play place.
I parked
Boy,
my truck
the mothers don't like that when a grown man starts playing around in the McDonald's place.
They don't like it either when you just stand outside the window like this, looking in.
They don't like that. But you know what I do like about the internet?
Yeah, you like doing those Google searches on yourself because that's what you're always doing all day.
I don't do that anymore. It's too depressing. There's never anything there. It's like some kid scored 4 points named Martin Sargent, like some high school basketball team. I get all excited. I think it's something about me. It's some asshole kid in Maine who scored some points. No, I like the internet, Gary, because it keeps us honest. It keeps us honest.
What do you mean?
What I'm talking about?
How does it get
Let me tell you what I mean. No matter how long ago something was put up on the internet, probably still there today. It's just sitting there, people. It's just sitting there like a beacon of truth. It's just sitting up there on that webpage somewhere. And if we go around bragging about our past, well, let me tell you something. Let's just say that our stories better match up with the video out there waiting on the internet, or you're going to get busted. Example, in 20 years, when Larry King is 200 years old, if he starts spouting off that back in the day he out-rapped Snoop Doggy Dogg, the internet video will be there to set the record straight. Look.
Start spreading the news. I'm a-leaving today. Yeah. Come on, I want to be a part of it. Come on. New York. New York. Come on. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps. Come on, waiting on you.
Yeah, he didn't out-rap Snoop.
No, he didn't at all.
No, he didn't.
Two Live Jews. Remember that? And in 30 years, when that Miss Teen USA girl brags to her kids about how she totally aced that question about education, the internet video will be there to tell those kids the real truth, that their mom is a nitwit. Look.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have that.
She'll probably be married to Larry King anyway, so that'll kind of Kill two birds with one stone. But more recently, take Hillary Clinton's statement that 10 years ago she landed under sniper fire at an airport in Bosnia and had to run with her head down to get into her vehicle and get to the safety of a military base. Listen.
I remember landing under sniper fire. It was supposed to be some kind of a greeting ceremony at the airport, but instead we just ran with our heads down to get into the vehicles to get to our base.
But the internet video tells a much different story. In reality, she got off the plane with Sheryl Crow and comedian Sinbad and sauntered around meeting children.
I know you recall, ducking under sniper fire, and Sinbad, in his account, who was on the trip, he said that the most dangerous part was remembering where he was going to eat next.
Turns out, the scariest things about that visit were Sheryl Crow's acoustic performance and Sinbad's pleather shirt. My point is, thanks to the fact that things live forever on internet, Hillary got busted.
So I think I see what you mean here. You mean like if there's a video up on internet, old stuff, it can catch you in a lie down the road because the internet, it keeps us honest because it's up there forever.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to get on here.
What about it, like embarrassing stuff?
That too. Embarrassing things, lies. Yeah, absolutely.
Because I understand your point because I found this video last week. I think it helps you prove your point. Hey, Brett, roll that tape I gave you from last week.
Download my love. Won't you please become my fantasy? Download my love. Clear some space for me on your love PC. Download my love. Clear some space for me on your love PC.
You know what? I'm not embarrassed by that, man. That was actually some of my finest work.
That's some sexy stuff.
That was my boy band, Email. That was in likelihood my greatest achievement in television arts.
E-M-A-L-E.
E-M-A-L-E.
I get it.
Yeah, I'm not embarrassed about that. I'd stake my career on that.
It was good stuff.
You know what I would be
That's
embarrassed?
a catchy tune. I've been singing that all week. Download
my love. Won't you please become my fantasy?
Uh-huh.
You know what I would be embarrassed about, though?
What's that, buddy?
Here's what I'd be embarrassed about. I would be embarrassed if I broke my penis. I would be embarrassed if I broke my penis. I would definitely not build a website about the experience. But that is precisely what my first friend tonight has done. From the site ibrokemypenis.com via Skype from Reno, Nevada, here's Francis Reno. That's crazy. You know the most shocking, surprising thing about this entire story?
What's that?
The fact that the URL ibrokemypenis.com was not taken. You know? I would think that there's like a lot of fetishists and whatnot out there.
People break their penis all the time.
People break...
I would have... if I was a doctor, I'd come in and mess with them and be like, man, we're going to have to amputate. There's nothing we can do. You get like a plaster cast on your penis. His girlfriend must be like a pretty wild. I
know. I think he's trying to protect somebody.
I was like, Francis, if you send me some of those pain pills, I'll go ahead and I'll take care of your girlfriend.
We should have taken him to task. He's like, yeah, I just did it by adjusting. No.
Yeah,
he was doing something. He was sticking that cock somewhere it definitely did not belong.
Yeah,
snap right off. Coming up. We'll talk to one of the finest technology journalists working today, Natalie DeConte from CNET's Daily Tech Show.
Yeah.
Loaded will join us right after this word from our sponsor. And by the way, if you have a broken penis, you might not want to watch this next interview. She's hot. Want to be an internet superstar? Well, now you can get started on the cheap. Just enter the promo code STAR1 at GoDaddy.com when registering your domain name for huge savings. Come on. If a guy who likes to pretend he's a powerful wizard in a mystical, forgotten realm can do it, can't you? Become an internet superstar at GoDaddy.com. Promo code STAR1. And all those savings will come in handy. 2-liter bottles of orange soda don't come cheap in mystical, forgotten realms. And welcome back to my show. My next friend hosts the daily technology news show Loaded for CNET. Let's take a look.
I'm Natalie Del Conte, and you're getting loaded. There are rumors afoot that Johnny Knoxville may be the new face of Microsoft. Valleywag posted this rumor late last week, and News.com's Ina Fried was not able to get Microsoft to confirm. All they will say is that they are in the early stages of planning a consumer advertising campaign. I know Microsoft is looking to up its cool factor, but Johnny Knoxville does seem like an unorthodox choice. I once saw him feed pigeons birdseed out of his butt crack. That doesn't exactly inspire me to use Vista.
And now via Skype from her office in New York, here's Natalie Del Conte. How you doing, Natalie?
Hey, Natalie.
Hello, I'm good.
First of all, hey, it's a real pleasure, but first of all, I'm insanely jealous of your office.
Oh, no, don't be. It's really medical looking. There's no color.
Yeah, but you have an office. I work in a cubicle. You know this because, I know you know this because after you left TechCrunch, I saw you walking around the Revision 3 offices, sniffing around for maybe doing a show for us. Why didn't you want to work with me, Natalie?
Well, okay, actually, I wasn't with TechCrunch at the time when I was invited over. And, you know, there was some kind of appeal about moving to New York. I really don't know what that is. I claim temporary insanity because for some reason I thought I should move east and try out this city. And I'll tell you what, I'm kicking myself for that.
It sounds like that New York, you're not taking a big bite out of the Big Apple, as I call it.
Not yet. It's taken a bite out of me.
Really? It's tough moving there, isn't it? Even for, you know, somebody who's got a great job like you do, you know, smart, vivacious, all that stuff. It's still tough to live in New York, huh?
It is tough to live in New York. You know, they're just cultural differences that kind of weird me out more than anything else. It's not, you know, it's not the work that I can't handle or anything like that. It's like dead rats on the subway and people bumping into you and, you know, like I think I passed a dead guy yesterday and there were EMTs just kind of poking him with a stick. And I was like, what is this city?
Oh, that's crazy. You know what, though? It can't be any worse than working for Michael Arrington at TechCrunch. What was harder, the New York City environment or the TechCrunch environment?
Oh, well, they were both equally dog-eat-dog worlds.
What was that experience like with TechCrunch?
You know, I really wasn't there that long.
Right, 3 weeks, yeah.
3 weeks, yeah. And, you know, that community, it really does not like women. So that was a bit hard because if I would write something, you know, a story that Michael had written before and just kind of follow up on it, people would write, you know, why is this even on here? She doesn't even know what's supposed to be here. She's just some girl.
Really?
You know, and so it was hard. And,
Is that just the TechCrunch community? You mean the technology blogging community? Is it all misogynistic, you think?
It can be. It doesn't have to be, though. I think, but, you know, TechCrunch is a place that, well, you know, they're very brutal. They're very honest. And the things that TechCrunch blogs about, you know, they do in kind of a surly way.
They do.
So it creates this atmosphere of just surliness, and people get on there in bad moods. It's, you know, it's a bunch of cranky geeks. Not that they don't produce great content. And, you know, I read TechCrunch every day, and I appreciate their content. But also, you know, they like calling themselves a blog because they have freedom of content. So they have the freedom to say whatever they want, nice or not so nice.
You know, speaking of bad moods, 10% of CNET's workforce laid off last week. Many of my colleagues in the TV division of the San Francisco office. Are you safe?
I am safe.
Yes.
That's good.
Thank God. Because, well, actually...
If you think living in New York, so you try living in your truck like me.
I wouldn't mind if you lost your job, because maybe then you would come work for Revision 3, because we would love to have you here.
I'll tell you, when I heard about the layoffs, it crossed my mind. I thought, ooh, maybe I can go home.
Hey, Natalie, what was your first experience in video technology journalism?
Cranky Geeks.
Cranky Geeks with John C. Dvorak.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was pretty random. I worked on that floor because I was on the news desk at PC Magazine. And they filmed that on the 5th floor in the Ziff Davis office in San Francisco. And the producer just thought, oh, you know, she works for Wired now. Her name's Annalisa.
She's great. Love her, yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, cool, a girl tech journalist, you know, let's have you on the show. And I thought, okay, and I, to be honest, had not really watched Cranky Geeks, and I didn't know, you know, how far-reaching it was. And I just thought, oh, okay, you know, I don't know who's ever going to see this, but I'll do it. And I got the same thing. They hated me at first. One guy wrote in that he wanted to shove a shrimp fork in his eye when I talked because I was so irritating. And I was nervous, and I, you know, had never done that before. Hadn't been on TV since I was on on Romper Room in 1984. So
I think I got that on video.
So there's many years between that. So yeah, they didn't like me, but I was like, I'm going to do this again. I know I can do that better, and I do know what I'm talking about. So I went back on, and that's how Adam Curry found me at Pod Show.
Right on. Nice. Who do you think would win in a steel cage match? John C. Dvorak or Michael Arrington?
Michael Arrington.
You think so?
Yeah, he can be scrappy.
I used to be on a show called Cranky Drunks, but that was just on the Waffle House security cam. It didn't last too long.
Yeah.
Natalie, as a woman doing tech content, I mean, there's always some particular issues that arise with this largely male viewer base. What's been your experience with the fans? And have you had to develop any strategies to deal with trolls on the message boards, rude emails, things of that nature?
I don't really have a strategy about that yet. I was thinking that I should come up with one because, first you try and answer every single email,
right.
And then it's not really all that realistic.
It is for us.
It is for us.
We get about 4 a month.
Yeah. I need people. I don't have any people, but I need to find me some people. But, I slowly but surely do get around to all my email, and I haven't had anything too creepy. Actually, at Cranky Geeks, there was one kind of creepy situation.
What was that story?
And you can ask Jim Louderback about that because
I want to hear it from you. I want to hear it from you.
No, ask Jim.
All right, I'll ask Jim.
Ask
I don't even like talking to Jim. I got to go talk to that weirdo.
Jim was really great, actually. It was just kind of a weird situation, and I didn't know how to deal with it. And it was, like I said, my first experience with video. And so Jim wrote to this person, was like, "Leave her alone. You're scaring her."
Wow.
Yeah.
And it really hasn't happened much since then?
I'm sorry for that, by the way. It's my bad.
I'm not going to go out with you. Can you stop?
I know that now. I mean, it's all clear in my head.
But I thought maybe, because I looked you up on the Google before you were coming on, and I noticed you don't have a Wikipedia page, and I thought that was really weird. Why don't you have a Wikipedia page? Is this something that you have by design sort of extracted from the internet, or do you have just nothing, just no one's ever built one for you? I can't believe that.
No, actually, I did have a Wikipedia page, and the community took it down. Apparently, they thought I wasn't noteworthy enough. It was a pretty complete Wikipedia page. Someone had asked me a lot of questions, sent me and just said, "Hey, I want to put you on Wikipedia. Can you answer these questions?" And I did. And they put it up, and it was, I thought pretty complete and accurate, and I was really proud that I had a Wikipedia page. And then
I got like 5 of them. I can't believe that they would take. It doesn't make sense. I think that there's another side to this story. I got to think that you took that thing down. I think that you took it down because somebody wrote something in your wiki that you didn't agree with. Is that true? Come on.
No, I didn't take it down.
All right. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Hey, what's the...
pretty nasty things about me every now and again, but not too often. I keep my nose clean, so there's not really that much that people can say.
You be careful in New York. It's easy to get it dirty there.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, what's the route to success for an already established internet superstar like yourself? Do you want to migrate to more traditional media? I mean, what's the goal? To be on Good Morning America? Are you happy doing the internet thing?
I do like doing the internet thing, but I do think that, regular TV is moving to the internet, and, internet TV is moving to regular TV, and so eventually they're going to crisscross. And so I just want to sort of stay at the juxtaposition of both of those and, sort of stay online, but, I'm exploring my options on the regular TV too. And it's kind of one of those things where I didn't really aspire to do video. I was a writer, and then I just kind of fell backwards into it. So I'm going to see how far I can take it, which is why the necessary evil of New York, I guess.
Yeah, well, given your talent, Natalie, you'll be able to take it in any direction you want. Thank you so much for being on my show.
Wonderful.
My pleasure.
You are an internet superstar.
Get out.
Woo! Yes, you are. Hey, thanks so much. Hey, everyone out there, if you want to watch Natalie every day on the fantastic technology news show Loaded, you can find it at cnettv.com. Isn't she something?
She's something.
Isn't she wild?
Wonderful. Yeah,
I wish that she didn't move to New York City now, because I feel like
I think when she was walking around the office, she saw me and she thought I was so devastatingly handsome that she was intimidated by that, and so she moved all the way to New York to keep herself out of temptation.
She probably saw you when she was parking. She probably saw you like creeping around in your truck behind the building here, and that kind of. She said, "I gotta get on my way to New York City."
I could have been out brushing my teeth wearing a Glad bag or something like that, for all I know. Anyway, Martin, I've been blogging again.
You've been blogging again?
Yeah.
Who isn't blogging? But Gator's been blogging better than anyone. He does it a little different.
I blog on
you
my
guys
paper.
are new to this show. Maybe you just came in with the Natalie Del Conte. Gator here, he's got his own blog, calls it the Gator blog, but he doesn't have a computer, so I keep trying to explain to him it's not really, it's more of like a journal or drunken scrawlings on a cocktail napkin is what it really is. But we let him read the blogs on this program anyway. So what's this week's Gator blog?
This is from a little thing I wrote a week ago. Dear Gator blog, there was a time in my life not too long ago when I actually gave a fuck.
Is that it?
I got another one. You didn't like that one, I can tell. Once I went out. This is Gator blog. This is a little memory I had from a few years back. Once I went out in my front yard and I just started digging a trench. When I got tired, I rested and I drank from a handle of gin, but mostly I just kept digging. When I reached the edge of my property, I kept going. 4 yards later, some asshole showed up and started screaming at me, but I had on my headphones playing Led Zeppelin at full volume, so it was all just lip flap. He kept screaming as I slowly climbed out of the trench and stood in front of him with my shovel, just staring at him. Something in my eyes must have said, "Step the fuck off," because he suddenly shut up and backed away, and I went back to digging that trench, and he never came back again. Or maybe he ran away because by now I was totally ass in the air, fuck all naked. That's the blog for today.
It's a good blog. It's a good blog.
I figured it might be better if I got it on a computer.
We got to get you a computer. Got to get you a printer.
Well, you're all talk about that, but you never seem to come through.
You know I'm busy with the show and everything, and my social life and all that. I have no excuse. Yeah. I'm gonna get you a blog. I'm gonna get you a blog. The people, America deserves it. You know what else they deserve?
Yeah, do a video blog. Something like that.
You know what else America deserves? They deserve a Gators gal.
Right
they deserve
now?
a Gators gal. No, we're going to do it when we come back because we're going to show you Lucy Pinder. Is that how you say it? Lucy Pinder?
Pinder.
Lucy Pinder. She's going to look at her. Oh, my sweet Lord. Right after this word from our sponsor, come back and see her in the flesh. Yeah. Last year, when I went to Venezuela, I bought a small yet powerful halfling wolf boy and brought it back in a trunk. When I got home, I gave it to my Uncle Lenny for his 63rd birthday. When he opened the trunk, that wolf boy literally tore him to pieces, just ripped him limb from limb. Poor Uncle Lenny never had a chance. I should have gotten him Netflix instead. Then, instead of being torn asunder by a furious wolf boy halfling, he'd be at home alone, comfortably enjoying over 90,000 titles with no late fees. I don't know where that wolf boy is now, but you should probably get Netflix too, so you don't have to go outside anymore. That thing is like an unstoppable, furious ball of death. Don't make the same mistake. Get Netflix instead. For fantastic savings, sign up at the secret site, www.netflix.com/superstar. And welcome back to my show. What the heck was that?
What was that?
That was a creepy sound, man.
I don't know what that
it sounded like a ghost.
Creepy as hell.
Jesus, it's a ghost.
It is a ghost.
There's a ghost in the shed, Gator.
Fuck me, man. That is a ghost.
He's the ghost of a guy who died in the shed who knew a lot about computers back in the 80s. He's Outdated Tech Ghost. Outdated Tech Ghost.
Ghost, who are you and what do you want?
I'm the ghost of this shed.
What is it? Is my mom's shed built in an Indian burial ground or something?
No. The burial ground is under Long John Silver's across the mall. I just electrocuted myself in 1983 when I was working on my Commodore VIC-20, trying to upgrade its memory to 120 kilobytes. That thing was a GD rocket ship. I used to be an engineer for IBM, helped design the PC 5150 in 1981.
What's the afterlife like? I mean, what's it like being a ghost?
Yeah,
What happens after you die?
Tell us some cool ghost stuff.
What's going on?
It's okay. You know, though, right where you sit, that's where I used to keep my Commodore VIC. That was a hell of a machine. It had 5 kilobytes of RAM and used the same MOS 6502 CPU as the PET. The VIC-20's video chip The MOS technology was a general-purpose color video chip designed by my friend Al Charpentier in 1977, and it was intended for use in an inexpensive display terminals and video game consoles.
Well, you know, shit, man. Shed Ghost, you're killing me here with this. This is
Man,
like...
my ears are bleeding, dude.
I may as well have just invited Patrick Norton over.
What?
You're boring me. I mean, come on. You're a ghost. You'd think that you might be able to at least say some interesting things about, you know, a comment on heaven, the afterlife,
ghosts.
you know, other ghosts. If you met some cool dead historical
Anything,
people,
man, like
you know,
creeping
so you
up on
spy on people, you sneak into ladies' locker rooms, you know, that anything.
You ever hook
a
up with a
little
girl at a
interesting.
potter's wheel? Something like that, man. Something interesting.
The VIC-20 RAM was expandable with a plug-in cartridges using the same expansion port as the program.
All right, you know what, Shed Ghost, we're gonna check in with you again later. All right, we'll come back to you.
Now, suit yourself. I'm in the middle of a game of Zork anyway.
God,
that dude sucks, man.
Oh, no shit, man. I mean, what do you say we try to cleanse the memory of that guy from our minds by meeting this week's Gators gal? What delightful doxy do you have on tap for us this week here, Gator?
Well, I got a good one. Her name's Lucy Pender.
Lucy Pender.
I got a good poem I wrote. Can I read it?
Hope she's not a ghost. Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on, let me get this out. Lucy Pender. Off on the horizon, alone on a swaying plain of grass, I see a single tree, and in it sits a golden hawk. Suddenly, it takes flight. High now, silent, riding thermals in a lazy spiral, its feathers cut the thick air, and its obsidian eye rotates moist in the socket. To the hawk, a single rivulet of sweat running down your chest sounds like a raging torrent as it pools between your wet, hot jugs. And now the raptor's screams mingle with the animal cries of our hard and rhythmic fucking.
That is beautiful. That was very Yeatsian.
Gives me
I
like
enjoyed
Warbley
it.
vision out, so beautiful.
Yeah, that was a great way to end the show. And that is all the time that we have for this. You smell that?
Smell gas.
That's gas.
I can hear it. It's
yeah,
leaking.
you hear there's a gas leak. Oh,
Man, I
we
feel
should
like
get out of the shed, man. There's seriously
I
a
feel
gas
like
leak.
a deep sea driver.
Dude, is this heaven?
Gator. No, man, it's kind of weak for heaven.
Gator.
It's that voice.
I think it must be God.
No, I'm not God. He's too busy for this low-level work. It's Harry Hamlin. I do all the vocal work for this stage. So if we're done with all the chit-chat, why don't you two gentlemen just walk towards the light? That's good. Just walk towards the light.
Okay.
Hold on, man. Let's not go towards the light. Fuck Harry Hamlin, man. We got a show to do. Let's go back. We ain't ready yet.
Yeah. We got to finish our show,
Let's
man.
go back, man. Away from like fuck Harry Hamlin.
I shat myself.
That's all right, buddy. Let's just head back. You'll be all right. Come on.
All right.
Go to hell, Harry Hamlin.
You sucked in LA law, Harry Hamlin. Oh man, it's running down my leg.
Morons.
Oh God. That was the weirdest dream, man. Oh my God.
I just dreamt we were in heaven and Harry Hamlin was there and you shat yourself.
Oh man. Oh.
Why was?
Oh. We gotta hurry up and finish this show.
Fuck. Why was Harry Hamlin in
I
heaven?
don't know, man.
Did you really shit yourself?
Shut up. We just gotta hurry up, man.
I need a cigarette, man. That just really worked my nerve.
Dude, you crazy? There's a gas leak in here. It'll blow us all to smithereens.
All right, then. Fine. Well, I'll just do some spot welding then, because
Fine. All right. That really is all the time we have for this episode of Internet Superstar. I'd like to thank my friends Francis Rito and Natalie Del Conte for stopping. Oh!